Many other business people and entrepreneurs have done the same, like Lopez and Grant Cardone, who have built entire companies on it. Dan Pena is one of the most well-known and effective business teachers ever. He is referred to as the trillion-dollar guy because of his extraordinary success and capacity to foster the rapid growth of others. Well, who is this trillion-dollar guy, and how did he achieve so much success in such a short period of time? Make sure to stick with us until the very end to find out. So without further ado, let's watch. Before going into deep details, let's shed some light on the early years of Dan Pena, his success, and much more. Although Dan was not an affluent child, he did experience some public notoriety. But that was about it for his father's role in the Robert F. Kennedy assassination. His father served as the lieutenant commander for World War II and the Korean War before switching to CIA operations, and they resided in a military home. The major kind of discipline used in their home was tough love. Dan was always held to a high standard by his father, who was not hesitant to handle the home like a military outpost. In the 1950s, there was a lot of crime and violence in East Los Angeles, especially when it involved minorities. Pena battled alcoholism, and he even spent a few brief periods in prison for alcohol misuse, where his father threatened to attack the officers if they saw him acting inappropriately in public. Pena had a difficult time in high school, but he eventually managed to get his life together to enroll in San Fernando Valley State College in 1971. He would earn his Bachelor of Science in Business Administration at this institution. If Dan's tale taught me anything, only some could succeed with a typical upbringing. Becoming a millionaire is a flex that will be understood by anyone born in the 20th or 21st century. It is a flex because many people are vying for your spot at the millionaire's table, and if you're not careful, you might easily fall off the charts for making a poor financial decision. It is generally acknowledged that becoming a millionaire is a complex task. If you ask any millionaire, they will tell you that reaching their first $1 million wasn't easy. Because of this, those who have succeeded in moving up the social scale are always regarded with admiration. We present the Dan P to recognize your commitment and hard work. The Quantum Leap Advantage, QLA, a self-mastery technique that teaches people to achieve their goals, is where Dan P's moniker, the $50 billion man, came from. Before moving ahead, if you are new to our channel, then make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell notifications for more amazing videos like this. Keep watching. For nearly 30 years, Pena taught this approach to several business owners from throughout the globe while providing numerous testimonials. Dan Pena was given the moniker the $50 billion man, despite not being a billionaire, because his lessons have assisted others in making billions of dollars. Seminars by Dan Pena are held in the Guthrie Castle, and admission is more than $25,000. His QLA system is founded on the idea that everyone is connected to a higher authority or force, and that anybody can achieve their goals. By utilizing that power, he has assisted many entrepreneurs in finding success in various aspects of their lives. After receiving his degree, he turned a tiny investment of $820 into a $450 million corporation. Great Western Resources Incorporated offered onshore and offshore drilling and natural resources. In the 1980s, the firm also ran 22 coal mines. He subsequently sold that business, and with the information and experience he had gained, he founded the Guthrie Group, a consulting firm he still owns and oversees as chairman today. The acquisition of Guthrie Castle in Angus, Scotland, was one of Pena's most remarkable accomplishments. He bought it from the Guthrie family in 1984 after renovating it to match current needs. The castle has mostly stayed the same for over 400 years, besides a few upgrades and its opening to the public as a wedding location in 2003. Apart from the Guthrie family, Pena is the only other resident of this castle, and he currently resides there full-time. Dan opted to launch his own business after leaving Bear Stearns & Co. He established Great Western Resources Incorporated in 1982. His Houston-based natural resource company was founded during extreme industry instability with a mere $820 investment. High self-esteem is the key to success, especially when starting from scratch. According to Dan in an interview with Creativity, success comes next. That is how, in an imploding market, I went from $820 million to $450 million in 8 years. He saw a chance to restore order to the chaos and change the business to keep up with the times. During his 8 years as CEO, the company's value increased to over $450 million. Being no millionaire is complete without a castle to symbolize their wealth, so Dan had to have one. In 1984, he acquired Guthrie Castle, which he later refurbished inside and out. In 1994, he even constructed a golf course on the property, and the location now generates income from hosting events. What do you think? What's the most important aspect of a successful person? Are you enjoying seeing the $50 billion man's success? If yes, then keep watching to learn more. He established the Guthrie Group, a consultancy company of which he is chairman, in 1997, using his castle as inspiration. He continues to profit from the business, which is focused on the start, facilitation, and execution of transactions, according to the company. Despite being regarded as the trillion man, Pena's moniker doesn't accurately describe his level of riches. It's a representation of the total wealth of his mentees. Dan launched Quantum Leap Advantage in 1993 after spotting an additional chance to increase his influence and, more crucially, his wealth. Dan hosts retreats and lectures at his home through QL, essentially an elite mentorship program. He charges $25,000 per spot for his week-long gatherings, but his successful graduates attest to the value of money. Great Western Resources Incorporated was established by Pena and has since become a very prosperous firm. The business earned $420 million in revenue in 2010. Pena profited from the oil crash by using the business loan he had been given to buy tons of barrels. With the aid of other investors, he was able to launch a huge natural energy company as a result. Dan Pena provides business consulting services in addition to his other endeavors. He has collaborated with some of the greatest brands in the world, such as AT&T, IBM, and Microsoft. Due to his extensive business knowledge, Pena has grown to be one of the most in-demand consultants worldwide. He has a sizable following on YouTube, with over 80,000 subscribers. Additionally, he has about 25 million views, bringing in a respectable sum of money. He also advertises his brand and items on his Instagram account, which has about 15.2k followers. His Twitter account has more than 10.7k followers. Most YouTubers with 200k subscribers could easily have made $500 to $1,000 per month. Great examples include Kyle Beauregard and Mr. Beast. The platform's monthly advertising revenue ranges from $2,400 to $4,000. According to sources, Dan Pena could make up to $10,000 weekly from YouTube alone. Dan Pena's estimated net worth as of November 2022 is $450 million. Most of his income came from employment compensation, stock ownership, real estate, and other business activities. Dan Pena's life is a rags-to-riches tale emerging from the Los Angeles slums. Dan Pena now spends much of his time motivating other business people and artists. He invests much of his wealth in philanthropic activities and charities. Numerous initiatives are personally connected to his upbringing, heritage, and ideals. So, what are your thoughts about this video? Let us know in the comments below. Before leaving this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more super amazing videos like that. With that said, this video ends, and we will see you in the following video.